Good morning. Thank you for interviewing me today for the library assistant position at Simon Fraser University. I'm excited to apply for this position because I am keen to start applying my skills and knowledge that I've acquired during my 2-year diploma education at MacEwan University. And Simon Fraser, as I've looked into the institution, comes up as just an exciting and inclusive, diverse, wonderful place to work. I can see that we would share the same values. I've noticed that over the last 10 years, Simon Fraser is continually celebrated for its academic successes, but also for the community engagement, which is really important to me personally. As you can see from my resume, I value volunteering. I value serving the marginalized. These are really important to me. And I also value teamwork and collaboration, and that was something that was developed during my program. I happened to be fortunate enough to work with some wonderful people and have some wonderful instructors that really valued this, and so that's been a real growth opportunity for me. A time where I demonstrated excellent problem solving and organizational skills would have to be during my last position as a carer for an elderly woman who was experiencing sort of rapid onset vision loss. And this was a journey for us together because she was a very independent woman prior, even though she was into her 90s. She was also pretty tech savvy. She had a computer, which she had to give up simply because her eyes wouldn't allow her to use it anymore. But what she really grieved was not being able to read. She was an avid reader throughout her life. And we had to navigate some of the accessibility tools that were available to her, which are not perfect. And when you're learning at a little bit later stage, it's difficult. It was difficult for me. So I was constantly troubleshooting how to navigate certain apps on her phone with her so that would make sense to her. If there was technology that she had acquired through the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, it was learning it together and teaching it to her in a way that she could remember the steps and the tool itself. So I had to be, like I said, I had to be troubleshooting constantly these things with her. And the big part of the role was helping her stay organized. I became her eyes, so to speak. So I helped organize her paperwork every week and some personal effects. This was important to her. She was a highly organized person. So I had to apply those skills to helping her with some of those things. A time I encountered a difficult situation and how I resolved it was not actually to do with me, but recently my sister had come to me via messaging about an issue she was having with her daughter-in-law. They were having communication issues. So my sister wanted to give her some advice, and it just wasn't taken. It wasn't wanted, I suppose. So my sister was offended. So I just approached it as this was about communication styles, a real clash of communication styles. So my sister is very direct and she's very advice orientated. She does this for a living, actually. And her daughter-in-law sounds like she just needs affirmation. She doesn't want someone to fix her problems. She just needs someone to listen to her. So I was able to help just break that down for her. How about if you look at it as you guys speak wildly different love languages, so to speak, and maybe next time, it would look like listening, maybe not jumping in to solve something for her, but perhaps just being the validating ear that she needs until she's comfortable enough to maybe ask for that advice that she might be looking for in the future. So that's how I handled that, and I felt I could sense my sister's anxiety and she was frustrated. So there was some anger there. I could sense that easing after we had a discussion, and it was gentle. I wasn't forceful about it. I just wanted to present that to her. And what do I contribute to a healthy, vibrant work culture? Well, I do value a few things. I value integrity. I value honesty. and I value generosity. And how that shows up in a work culture is generous with encouragement to my coworkers. I do believe it's really important to be encouraging and celebrating other people's successes, even if you're not experiencing success. I think that's one of the greatest sources of joy, is being able to celebrate somebody else's success, knowing that, well, maybe your turn hasn't come yet, but it might. But in the meantime, we're a team, and that benefits us all when somebody is experiencing success. So I'm all about that. I'm all about building people up. I think it's great for the organization as a whole. And integrity looks like, for me, not speaking ill of colleagues, not gossiping. It looks like doing what you say you're going to do, owning mistakes. I do think mistakes are a wonderful way to learn, and real growth can happen from mistakes. But I do believe in owning them and just looking for ways to make things right if you've made a mistake. And that goes along with honesty too. Being honest in the way you are, same way at work as you are anywhere else. So this is how I plan on contributing to a healthy, vibrant work culture. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you, and I look forward to hearing back. I'm really excited to be a part of Simon Fraser University's library team, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. Take care.